Yo, Lego minifigures are so much fun, but most people don't know how to play with them beyond just leaving them in the set. So in this video, I'm gonna share some genius ideas to take your minifigures to a whole new level. Let's go! I want to make the Bruce Wayne minifigure transforming into Batman, and here's what a new builder would do with them. Illegal building techniques. I kind of like it though, but I just don't want to get caught into Lego Arkham. So this is what I made for Bruce. He will slide down the hidden tunnel behind the bookshelf with a push, and shoot, land as the Batman. Want me to reveal the magic trick? Okay, when Bruce drops down, it touches the orange beam, releasing the Batman minifigure. It's a perfect relay. For this Thor minifigure, I want to recreate the scene in the Avengers Infinity War when he smashed Thanos' army with Stormbreaker. Here are the minifigures and bring me Thanos! That's lame. But what about this? When Thor smashes into the ground, the bricks tremble and the shockwave terminates the enemies. I used a group of Lego cams that are placed around an axle with different angles. When I turn the knob, this lever motorizes Thor, and the whole system moves synchronously. As for this Doctor Strange minifigure, it would be sick if I make him float, but a basic build only gets you this, not cool. First, let's use this Lego piece to give Doctor Strange a meditation pose, fair enough, but still he can't float. I got to make him levitate. I put some magic spells on these bricks and asked them to show some respect to the Sorcerer Supreme. Now Doctor Strange could levitate in the air. This is pure magic. I approve it to you, and there is no support at all below the floating bricks. This is how a professional Lego builder plays with minifigures. Like I said, it's pure mad magic. Bruh. Oops, Peter Parker was separated from his physical form. This is cool, and I'm gonna make this a Lego one. This is challenging for a new builder because the sequence of movements. Building a static scene is rather simple, but I have a way. I'm hiding Peter Parker behind Spider-Man's minifigure, and it's completely invisible through the lens. If you see from above, you will discover that I'm using a set of expansion mechanisms, so the rail with Peter Parker moves faster than that with Spider-Man.
Yoda, I am, and lame this minifigure is.
So I asked Doctor Strange to arrange an upgrade for Master Yoda, taking out his spiritual form, and we need to find a stronger body for him. And here comes the Hulk.
Do or do not, there's no try. Upgrade my weapons, you will.
Getting some stronger weapons, now what we have here is the Yoda-Hulk. A classic scene in the Star Wars is Anakin suiting up and turning into Darth Vader, and there is a perfect Lego scene for it. This is so close to the original movie, and the best part is its play feature. You can literally flip Anakin into Vader and put on the helmet for him. Let's watch it again. First, rotate the operation table and Darth Vader shows up. Then push the Lego helmet onto his head. Last, push the Lego axle to help him stand. Feel the power of the dark side. Hulk smash!
Too weak, your dark side is.
Master Yoda, I want to reapply the Jedi Avengers. I could be a Padawan again. Okay, I modified this ObiWan minifigure with LED, and let's test it with the ATST. It's well equipped with Lego shooters, and the whole thing looks really nice, but ObiWan is stronger with his upgraded lightsaber. So ObiWan simply jumped up and cut the ATST in half without even touching it. This is made possible with this lever mechanism. Guess I'll make a Luke one next time. In the movie, Han Solo was once carbon frozen, and Lego actually have that piece. But you can't put Solo inside unless taking off his shackle, and there is no way to transform him instantly. So my idea is this. I built a switching mechanism which instantly lifts the frozen Solo as soon as the normal Solo drops down. They take turns to show up automatically. The next minifigure is Homer Simpson disappearing into the bushes. Again, I'm using illegal techniques and I am feeling lucky. But this setup is way too lame, so I used the pieces and made a beautiful wall out of them. Now it looks better, but it's still sort of awkward. I want to motorize the bushes, and it reminds me of the hidden Grimmel place that I built. Turning that rack, you can reveal the hidden building, and 3 buildings move at the same time. After letting them in, it hides again, and Malfoy can't find them at all. Where are you, Potter Boy? Transplanting this mechanism, I've made this. Now Homer disappears into the bushes seamlessly. There is no vacancy and everything is smooth as butter.
I'm actually in the bushes, hiding like a pro.
The next lucky minifigure is Indiana Jones. The whip piece is very interesting, and in this set you will find lots of play features like the Anubis statue and the hidden mummy. The one cool thing is when the enemy comes to get you, you can topple the Anubis statue. This is another set, and I made upgrades for Indy. This is a death trap, and he has to flee from a rolling boulder. By releasing the boulder, the minifigure will be crushed. This boulder is actually controlled by the rail, and it can be pushed up to the top by turning the linkage. But I also designed a mechanism that Indy could jump up to the front. So technically, if it is controlled in time, Indy could barely miss the boulder. This is a fidget that I designed as a door latch, but I found something cooler to do with it. It's perfect to be the Rocket Guy minifigure's launchpad. Adding some of these clouds, it looks even better because the Rocket Guy could be shot onto them. What about building a Lego city on that? Okay, time for our poor Bob again. He was happy until running into an armored skeleton. They caught him and took him to their master, the Skull. The Skull was starved. Well, you know the drill. It demands a sacrifice, so they tied Bob to the rocket and shot him into the master's mouth. It was happy and chewed and swallowed. That was so cruel for Bob. But was that it? Wow, Bob is fine and having fun. The Skull just wanted someone alive to party. This is a setup I made for the skier minifigure. It helps the skier to reach a height, but if you smash it hard, the minifigure would fly higher. Whee! Speaking of the heights, it was a regret for Anakin, so Lord Vader wanted to try again with the ski board.
I'm taking the high ground, ObiWan.
NA, I always have the high ground. This is the Mandalorian minifigure with tiny Grogu. It's cute, but I'm going to make it cuter. Okay, I'm using your base, have fun with the skull, and here we could turn Mando's jet into a rocking toy for Grogu. When new builders play with minifigures, it's easy to build specific shapes, but if you try something intricate, you can create some cool play features, like this Mario water pipe. It's also very useful if you put it onto a door when you close it with a Lego padlock. Yes, it's a functional lock that could be opened with a Lego key. You can hand your keychain to that wall pipe, and Mario will appear to remind you of the keys. Don't forget the key! If you want to see more functional Lego locks, just click here. You are a construction worker, but your boss wants the jobs done in 5 minutes, and that's what I can offer you. A simple play feature. There's one more. In the Minecraft set, when the creeper is about to attack, you can blow the TNT with a simple lever mechanism. Okay, Bob was arrested for illegal building, and he was sentenced to brick separation with a Lego guillotine. But I took the chance to build a larger version of it, and it's the same efficient as the smaller one.
Bruh.
It's not over yet. I've created a new one. It's so big that I have to build it very tall to create enough kinetic energy. The customer is satisfied with this product. If you got caught by Lego police, I swear I'll try my best to save you. Here I come with my TNT. Yes, Lego has this piece, just shove it in and boom! You're free with the help of a shock absorber. And lastly, Bob is just an actor. No Bobs were harmed making this video.
Subscribe!